Hello and welcome back to chapter 55 of our Let's Play Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So, like we discussed, we're about to go and speak to Socrates now, and see what he's...
Talking in circles may work on others, Socrates, but not on me.
I don't speak in circles or any other shit. You answered one of my questions and that brought another to mind.
And another. Ooh, and another.
What is Alky doing here, and where is Socrates? He hasn't loaded in. Alright, we'll talk to him.
Kassandra!
Oh, there we go.
I knew you'd change your mind after turning me down. Unfortunately, love must wait a little longer.
Whatever you say.
I hate to cut our conversation short, Socrates, but I believe you've talked enough for the both of us. We must find another use for that mouth of yours.
Speak to him long enough, and you may find the smallest hint of knowledge veiled deep behind his enthusiastic advances.
A compliment and an insult in the same sentence. He truly is gifted. You've arrived at the perfect time. I have a friend named Sophanes who wants to become an Athenian citizen, but he needs a bit of help. Your help.
Of course, because it's always up to us to solve every problem under the freaking sea, but sure, I'll help Sophanes.
I can't wait to hear why it's my help he needs.
Any Mystios would do, really, but you're my favorite. All you need to do is sign my friend's name on a little list.
Are we forging a, what are they called? Citizenship registry or something like that? Like birth, death, and marriages that's here?
There has to be a reason Sophanes can't sign the list himself.
Well, he would, but he isn't nearly as able as you are.
Meaning?
Meaning, you have skills he doesn't possess. He'd fail if he tried on his own.
In other words, we're gonna have to, like, sneak in somewhere and, like, sign it in.
Why Athens? Surely he's a citizen somewhere else already.
Everyone wants to be an Athenian citizen, even if they don't say so. Sophanes has a mind for politics, but can only participate as a citizen.
Right.
I didn't realize you had a list of mercenaries you favor. And I'm at the top?
Of course you are! Although, if you ask nicely, I would happily let you be on the bottom.
And every time I speak to Alkibiades, it's like... it's like every single sentence has a double entendre or more. And it's all sexual innuendoation, like sexual innuendos. And honestly, I think it's hilarious because it's not something that you see very often in games, and you don't see it in like so upfront about it and being quite hilarious about it without being too creepy. Like he's a creep, but he doesn't cross any boundaries. He's just always implying, always offering himself, shall we say.
This sounds simple. Now tell me why it isn't.
There's this small matter that you'll have to enter the Metroon, where you're not allowed, and forge his name well enough, of course.
So he's trying to become a citizen illegally. You should have led with that.
I'll try to remember that the next time. The building you're looking for is near the Agora. Be safe.
We'll try our best. Actually, this one said it was a quest for Socrates, not for, like, freaking Alky again. Like, we've done enough favors for him. We spent the entire of the last chapter doing favors for him. It's all about... Oh, dear Lord.
This area will be well defended.
Right, so it's one of those buildings I'm gonna have to, like, at least, like, partially clear out if I want to get this done. Right? Let's have a look. Oh, 3 guards so far. It's not too bad. And a dog. But only 3 guards. No, this is a different building altogether, Kira. Start focusing on that building. Rightio. Well, 3 quick assassination should do the job, right? No, that's not connected. There's no...
Yeah. You are so outmatched.
There we go. Well, I've got a bounty again. But, here we go.
There. His name's been signed. Time to get back to Alkibiades.
Yep. Agora of Athens. Where's Alky? Will they stand on fire, Kassandra? You have a tendency to burn randomly. Alright. I'm not gonna deal with this location just now. I don't think I've got enough of a bounty that I would like to have a bounty hunter come after me, so it should be fine for now. I could just go and murder him. It's fine.
My favorite Mystios returns.
Sophanis' name is on the list, but it came at a price.
I see. Sometimes blood must be shed. You were the right Mystios for the job.
Right. There's more.
Now that you forged my friend's name on the citizens list, there's one more thing that needs to be done.
Just putting it out there, but didn't they find it really sus that, you know, some of the guards that were guarding the citizenship list all of a sudden died, and then a new name appeared on the list? Like, that would just seem like, to me, that would be like, okay, for some reason, I think these two things might be connected. Maybe the newest citizen we have isn't a real citizen. No? Anyway. Anything for you? God, no. We're not the type to say that. Don't string me along, you bastard.
Next time you want me to do two things, tell me both at the same time.
The second is dependent on the first. I needed to know it was complete. I didn't expect you to get so upset about it.
Just tell me what you need.
Unfortunately, getting Sofani's name on the list doesn't make him a citizen. He also needs a witness who can validate his citizenship.
So you want me to be the witness?
If only it were that easy. No, there's someone I have in mind. An extremely handsome man by the name of Peros.
Right, he better be handsome. Just putting it out there.
I'll find your handsome witness.
Perfect! I knew you'd be willing to help.
There must be a good reason we can't be witnesses.
Of course. The witness must be an Athenian citizen, but it can't be a friend. Be careful with Peros, though. It's easy to lose oneself in his gaze.
Right.
If there's more after this, I want to know now.
Of course! This should be the last thing.
Should?
Should.
I mean, is.
Should. Totally.
Time to find Peros.
He's often around the Justice Building on the east side of the Agora.
And I just ask him to help?
Peros needs to say that the parents of Sophanis were both Athenian. How you get him to do it is up to you.
Right. I almost feel like we should be able to intimidate. We're intimidating, right? I mean, we're the scary sort. We're not like the cute fluffy type. Okay, Greater Athens area. Greater Athens, yep. It can be found at the Agora, north of the Athens Mint. Temple, Marble Workshop, Blacksmith, Athens Mint, north. So around here somewhere. Right here. I mean, Athens seems to have recovered from the whole plague incident pretty nicely. I mean, there isn't people dying everywhere, and I no longer have that whole weird-ass restrictions to where I can and can't go. To be honest, I'm not sure when these side quests kind of came about.
There you are.
Oh, that was quick. So I wasn't aware, but you know. But we do now know that Cleon is the leader of Athens at this stage, and I have no qualms about killing him, so I might be able to do that at a later point. Because we do need to eventually win the war for Sparta. Well, we don't need to, but I want to. I mean, Sparta win. Spoiler alert.
That's the guy Alkibiades called handsome? Can't say I agree.
You tell Theon I'm not giving him anymore. If he wants to talk to me, he can come himself.
I'm not here about debts.
Well, what do you want then?
I need you to help me. You have a job to do. You have a job to do is very forceful, isn't it? Like, I don't even know this guy. He's not that handsome, I'll give him that. His voice is, it's not amazing. But I'm going to go with I need you to help me. Let's see if we can use our, attractiveness to convince him. I don't think we can, but...
There's something I need your help with. Well, you'd actually be helping someone else.
That someone sent you tells me it's something I'd be better off avoiding.
Ooh,
You
smart.
just need to validate a man's citizenship. Alkibiades said it's an easy role for you to play.
Ah, Alkibiades. He is persistent. And who is this man I meant to help?
His name is Sophanes.
Sophanes. I know that name well. I want help though, not for him.
Why not?
I don't know him. Why don't you want to help?
True Mystios never get all the information up front. Sophanes betrayed his men for Drachmi. He deserves death, not citizenship.
Oh.
Ah, look, it isn't your fault. You didn't know, but now you do.
Right. But there's still one perspective we haven't heard from Sophanes himself. We can give him money to do it, it's only 200 drachmae, but then buying that information doesn't feel right to me. I don't want to threaten him, that's just off the table straight off the bat. But morally, I don't think it's right to bribe people to do something you want them to do. And I also don't think it's right to threaten him to do it. And if it is a man that he honestly does not believe that this is citizenship, I mean, not that it's up to him to decide that, but we've already subverted the whole citizenship and all of that by sneaking in and putting his name on the list. And I don't think we need to make any more mockery of the the system that Athens has by forcing these guys to say that he thinks Sophanes should be an Athenian. So I'm gonna go with no.
All right. If it's like you say, he doesn't deserve to call himself an Athenian.
I'm glad we can agree. I'm just sorry you had to come all this way to find out.
I don't care what Alkibiades has to say. As I said, I think he's a bit of a liar. He's a manipulator of people. He's a classic politician. But I don't like his manipulation. He does it... Oh, he does it well. And he does it in a way that is not very confrontational or upsetting, shall we say. But the matter of fact remains, he is manipulating us to some extent. Like, we see through it and we know, but we still do it because obviously it's a mission and I don't say no to general quests. But I think it's important, well, not important, shall we say, but I think he shouldn't be rewarded for that. Though if he wants Sophanes to be a citizen, there's probably a reason for it. A political reason.
You've returned!
Socrates too, it seems.
Much like you, he just can't seem to stay away. I hope there were no issues.
Pyrrhus didn't want to do it. When he told me why, I understood.
I see. Sophanes will be disappointed.
You should have told me.
You kept information from me. Information that would have been nice to know.
I believe people like Sophanes deserve second chances. I didn't think what he did mattered to you.
Next
course
time,
it does.
let me decide what matters to me.
Understood. I should give Sophanes the news.
Do not bad citizens do harm to their neighbors and good citizens good? Is it possible to tell if someone will be good or bad without first giving them a chance?
People can change. I agree with that. I'm not going to say people don't change. But I don't I think he should prove himself that he should be able to do those good things before he gets citizenship. Just my view.
A person isn't the same forever. Someone bad can become good.
But is the inverse not also true? Someone considered good can then become bad? How can we predict someone's actions now, let alone in the future?
Talking to Socrates makes me like think. It takes me all the way back to like the first days of uni when we had those freaking fundamentals of like humanities lessons where we did like, you know, discussions in philosophy and history and English literature, and it's just like, you know what? It's amazing knowledge and it's a good way to process information and think about things. But at the same time, the way he does it, it doesn't lead anywhere. But I think generally, a track record is a good predictor of the future. Like if you have a track record of, you know, being able to do things and deliver on those things, then I would say that, you know, it's likely that you'll be able to deliver on the things in the future. So like if you go to church every week, then you're probably going to turn up to church next week. Whereas if you've never been to church and you say you're going to go to church, you're probably not going to go to church. I don't know why I'm saying the church option. This is the nearest thing I can come up with at this point. It might have something to do with the screen that I'm watching on the other screen. I've got YouTube that's paused behind on my bigger monitor, and I'm just like distracted mildly by that. But anyway, moving on. I think we can say we can look at what they've done.
A person's past shows who they'll become. The one easy part of my job is how predictable people can be.
Then a war criminal such as Sokrates must bear that choice with no hope to change how he's seen. I wonder then if bad actions can reverse good or good actions can reverse bad. Perhaps we can speak on that another time.
Thank the gods.
Yeah, thank the gods is walking away. I think that's the thank the gods she's saying. I'm all for philosophical debates, but the way Socrates does it, it doesn't lead to anything that's going to change. He's not changing minds for the betterment. He's not fixing anything. All he's doing is questioning. He's not providing answers. All he does is question. And those questioning, yes, leads to further thought and processing of information for yourself and lends a new perspective. But at the same time, forever questioning with no answers doesn't get you anywhere. It's just an intellectual exercise for the sake of intellectual exercise. And it's a very self-indulgent act. Like, that's the way I see it. I mean, there are some people who can, you know, think about the importance of life and all of that all day long. But what do they really end up doing with their lives other than that? Like, yeah, they can publish academic papers and do historical research and all of that wonderful stuff, and that's fantastic, and at the end of that, at least there's like an end product. But with Socrates, I know that he's like the father of like philosophy and all of that, and I know it's really, really important. But at the same time, I just find him very annoying. He sounds so pretentious. I don't know if it's just the characterization or not, or whether I'm just being so far out of the academic world and all of that, and I've moved on to, you know, working when I'm not sick, working full time and all of that, that I just have become too practical. I've just like, I focus on
that impression, the lapdog. I wonder how many scraps Hermipos has received from Cleon's table.
Right. Okay, so I don't know. I just find some parts of Socrates and his conversations mildly annoying.
Hermipos has gone too far, Socrates. Pericles gave everything to Athens. Yet we must still hear of Cleon's greatness.
Aristophanes, have you not done seemly things to Hermipos?
How dare you compare me to that man? His plays are a nuisance. Something I could come up with in an afternoon, and a drunken one at that. Mine are for a clever audience.
Oh dear.
The same audience you judge. Should it not be clever enough?
Careful, Socrates, else I make you a character in one of my plays. Do you agree with Socrates that Hermipos should say what he wants?
Who's Hermipos? Freedom of speech. Everyone should be allowed to say what they want to say.
They're only words. Hermippos should be able to say what he wants.
No matter what he says? What if he devoted his life to slandering you? Not just in Athens, but throughout the land.
Saying what he wants doesn't mean he would escape my spear.
Fair point.
Then everything we say has a consequence, even if we are allowed to say it. An intriguing thought, wouldn't you agree?
If you have such an issue with Hermippos, why not do something about it yourself?
I'd like to, but I haven't been able to find him. Maybe you'd have better luck.
It can't be that hard to find Hermippos.
That's what I thought as well. Maybe he's afraid I'll find him.
Afraid of
Once
you?
Hermippos is in front of you, what are you going to say?
I'm not entirely sure yet, but I promise you, it will be a grand spectacle.
It almost sounds like you're jealous of Hermippos.
Ha! Me? Envious of him? Making someone sad is easy, but making someone laugh takes true skill and talent.
I think both takes talent, but...
Wherever Hermippos is, I'll find him.
I hope you do. His residence would be a good place to start.
Because I'm supposed to magically know where he lives. Free speech. Right. Where is he? He lives in Attica. Lovely. He lives in the northern part of Greater Athens. It's usually heavily guarded. It's not going to be the weapon storage. That's going a little bit too far. Maybe here? Let's say here. Let's go over there. Right. Where am I going? Where's the marker? Where's the marker? Okay. Whee! Whee! Okay. We're stuck. Alright. At least you know what? At least Socrates offers a very... It offers moments of thought. It does make you question, which I do quite like. I think people should always be sort of thinking at least a little bit about, you know, some bits of life and all of that. And apparently the more you think, the less likely you're to get, you know, things like dementia
Doesn't
and
look
things
like
that.
Hermippos is here. I should take a look around.
So, I don't know. I do like the fact that the game does incorporate philosophies and histories and things like that, because I think it makes a good learning opportunity. And I think it's called tangential learning, where you're picking up information based on what you see and what you do inside of like things like games and movies and dramas, which I think is quite nice. Who knows? There might be someone that decides to look into Socrates and his philosophies as a result of playing the game, which I think would be quite fascinating. Oh wow, these are the new daggers. Well, I've had them for a while, but they were like level 36, so I couldn't wear them. I just put them on. They're kind of freaking awesome. It's like, damn. Oh, there's a clue. Right, investigation area.
This is a lot of money for someone like Hermippos. Explains his residence, at least.
Right. Here's a lot of money. Are we judging him for that?
What?
Let's just take care of these people now before I have to move on. Oh my god, why can't I change? So annoying. Well, they're all dead anyway. There's one left, but I don't really care. Now, where was that chest? This is a chest. Now, what that investigation things were there? There's like, should be 3 clues. There's always like 3 clues. Can't open the door. Took care of the last guard. So I'm free to just roam around. But none of the doors are open. Maybe I'm supposed to go up? Climb up, please, Kassandra. There we go. There we go, there's another clue. Why can't we climb up that way?
A mask from the cult of Cosmos. Hermipos must be a member.
Oh, that bastard! We can kill him. Let's rob him first. Why not? What else? Oh, there's a note. Is that a note?
Looks like Cleon made notes for Hermipos on his play. Everyone's a writer.
Hey, writing is a noble art. Sometimes. Depends on how you do it, I guess. Ooh, wow. I'm falling on the statue's face. Good way to go, Kassandra. Alright, I will see you guys back at Socrates. Okay.
What is it?
I couldn't find Hermipos, but I did find out something about him. He's a member of the cult of Cosmos.
Then it's no wonder he attached himself so closely to Cleon. Discrediting Pericles and his beliefs in Athens would benefit Hermipos and the cult, I'd imagine.
Hermipos is definitely a problem.
Do you still believe he should say what he wants, Socrates?
I know not what I think, nor what I know.
Ah, yes, you deserve a play of your own.
What is a leader if he hides behind the walls he built himself? Send me fire, storm, or sickness, but bring me justice for my city.
Oh, venom arms. I think I need these. I think that's like the last piece of my venom set. I think I still need a helm, maybe. But we do get to kill Hermipos, right? Tell me that's a quest. That's this there. Let's go and kill Hermipos first. Yeah, that makes me happy. The idea of killing him makes me happy. I'm still in need of some revenge, shall we say. They haven't told me where they buried Phoebe. I thought I might be able to get to see like a tomb or something for her, but I haven't heard anything or seen anything yet. I'm just gonna go and kill this corpse member real quick. I swear, Socrates makes me so opinionated. I am not. I try not to be. But all the discussion of morality and oh, sorry, kids. Of morality and issues just raises that ugly head in my head. That ugly, need to like, I don't know, argue?
Should be extra careful in this area.
I don't know. Okay, let's have a look. How careful do I need to be? Oh, we can now tell which path he's going to take. That's quite interesting. He's hanging with the captain there.
Yeah.
Makes no difference if I can just do that.
Should have known.
I want to confirm the kill. That's fine. Oh, the two daggers are pretty cool. Oh no. where's the cultist? I want to confirm cultist kill. Can't find the cultist. He's gone. There's like nothing there.
I hope.
Right. I've killed the captain, all of that. I might as well as steal the chests. No, I can't go up. I need to go around. I need to burn the wall supplies as well. Might as well do everything since I'm here, right? Right, that's one done. With another treasure. I don't know what's going on, like, it's AC kind of, it hasn't been the smoothest running game for me, but it hasn't usually done this thing where, like, things just don't load or anything, but, oh well. There's one more supply here that I haven't got. I need to figure out where the wall supply is. Okay, maybe before I do that, I should like go up. Because that bounty hunter's after me now. Mercenary. Right. Let's have a look. Where is the next there's another one with a dog. Oh, there's a war supply. Another confirmed kill. Lovely. Confirmed kill. Right. Alright, where I need to go back to the actual questing bit of it. Let's go and do the one with Demosthenes. Actually, no, we'll do that next chapter because I haven't got much I can cut out of this one. Unless, no, of course, there's another one with Socrates. Never you mind, I will go and do this other mission with Socrates. Alright, Socrates, what have you got for me this time?
That's a nice horse, Socrates.
It's a very nice horse. A sturdy horse. It's also a stolen horse.
Of course it is. I never took you for a thief, I think I should say. A good citizen would report this. I mean, we're making an assumption that he's a good citizen. And assumptions are bad. You should question everything.
Socrates the horse thief. I can almost hear the stories they'll tell. Aristophanes will love this.
Unfortunately, those stories would be entirely fabricated. Although, I would like to see if you believe the stories should still be told once you know the truth.
What story is that?
There is a man nearby who is responsible for stealing the horse. I've been contemplating the proper course of action, but I'd like to know what you think is right.
Of course.
And how should I make my decision?
Your thoughts are your own, but speaking to the thief himself may help you decide. Can such a crime be justified? It's an interesting thought.
Where is the thief now?
I told him to wait by the stables southwest of here.
If you caught him stealing a horse, what's to say he won't just run away?
The hope of keeping the horse. That's where you come in. I'll let him tell you the rest.
But who's he to judge that? To make up this quest line and to pass judgment on a horse thief and then trusting us to do it. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. It just feels like it's contrived philosophical debate. Which I'm not a huge fan of. Oh god. I'll go chat to the horse thief. I mean, if this ends up anything like, you know, the one where we got the latest killed, I'm gonna be very annoyed. Because Socrates technically led to all of the actions that led to Deletus being killed. So I'm quite displeased with you.
Don't come any closer!
I don't want to be spotted here.
So we are going to have to kill people again. I see. Because it seems the horse thief is a thief! Civilian. Love that. Alright.
We'll have a trespass!
You have nothing, buddy. Let's just make sure, because we still have a captain and all of that to kill here. And if we're coming here, we might just clear everyone out and do all of the things that needs to be done, I guess. There's a treasure chest that needs to be looted here. Where's the treasure chest? No, that's not this treasure chest. I don't think so. I don't know. I cannot find the treasure chest. Hey, Chris. Why can't we find the treasure chest to loot? Oh, because we already found it. Oh my god, I am so blind.
That's the thief. You won't escape.
Oh no, the thief is running away. I'm supposed to chase the thief? Where's the thief running away? I have to stop the thief. How am I supposed to stop the thief? Chase the horse thief. I didn't realize he was going to run. Like, what the hell? I was in the middle of clearing all that place out. Dear Lord. Can I kill him? Nope, I can't. It's not an option to shoot him. Just have to run after him. Oh, is this like hide and go seek? Oh, found him. Right.
Are you the one who stole the horse? Socrates said I should talk to you.
Bad enough being caught, but to have a Misthios judge me?
Better than an Athenian guard. Anything to say?
The man I stole it from won't even miss it. He has plenty of others, while my only horse died last week. If I had the drachmi to buy a new one, I would have.
Did you steal the horse to use it or sell it?
I have a family to feed, and this horse will help me on the farm. Plus, I have no other way of traveling right now.
There's no other option?
Not that I could think of. Trust me, I feel shame for what I did.
Any reason you picked this specific horse?
It was the easiest one to take. Other than that, not really. Though, I did make sure it wasn't his best horse.
A courteous thief.
I didn't steal it for fun. I did it because I had no other choice.
I have enough information to make a decision.
I hope you can understand. Wouldn't you do the same if it was your family?
It's not that simple though, is it? Because if everyone did that, if everyone stole out of necessity, if everyone did what they needed to do because they're in a particular situation, then you would have a world of anarchy, of sheer anarchy. Because no rules would be followed, no rules would be obeyed. And I don't think that's a good idea, honestly. I think maybe it's better that, regardless, if he asked for help, he could have asked.
Have you decided what should be done?
No, he should give back the horse.
It doesn't matter why he stole the horse. It belongs to someone else.
You surprise me yet again. I truly believed you would choose the other side.
Because I am a Misthios?
Of course! Yet, when it comes to someone else, you decide a crime deserves a consequence no matter the reason. A safe choice, although I can think of times when it may not be right.
The real question is whether my decision matters at all. Or if this was just another test to see what I would do.
There is a good chance it is both, but an equally good chance it is neither.
Now you're not making sense on purpose.
Let me ask you one more thing. If one man kills another in order to save many, can his actions be considered just? Or should the man be punished?
His actions are just, but he should still be punished. At least to a certain extent. It's like, when we have trials in, the real world for self-defense, homicide, or, homicide overall. A lot of the times you're going to have a situation where you may have done the right thing, but you have taken a life, and that is a heavy sin that you do have to consider. So eventually, yes, his actions might have been just, but even in our world now, people are still sort of put on trial, like they still have to live with the consequences of their actions. So I think technically it is both. Like, yes, his actions are just, and he should also be punished. I don't think it's a binary answer. At the same time, it really depends on who he was trying to save and who he killed, doesn't it? Like, there are too many things that depend for an answer like this to be given, like, just like that. I don't think it's very simple, and by giving binary... I think this is the problem I have with all of the Socrates missions and his speeches and so forth that we have to deal with, is that at the end of the day, we're given a yes or no answer. We're given a yes, he deserved to die, no, he didn't deserve to die, yes, I'm going to save him, no, I'm not going to save him. We don't get an answer in the middle. Like, we don't get an answer to say, yes, we should do X, Y, and Z, but we should not do this. Because in reality, no one makes a decision like this. No one makes a binary decision of yes or no. Everyone makes a decision of, not everyone, and not always, but obviously you do make some yes, no, maybe decisions. And a lot of our decisions are going to be maybe or conditional decisions where it's yes, but I don't get to make those decisions in game. I only get to choose between the binaries. And for all of the Socrates missions so far, it's that fact that I have found very, very, very annoying. And then I feel judged for the decisions I do make, which I think is really unfair because I haven't been given all of the choices that I needed to make the right decision to begin with, as far as I'm concerned. But I think he should be punished. It's just my belief in law and order, I guess. As I said, his actions are just, but it doesn't mean that it should go without punishment. Well, it really depends, doesn't it? Oh, this is hard. I'm still gonna go with he should be punished. I feel like it's a wrong answer. But there shouldn't be a wrong answer. There should just be, a thought process. I don't know. My brain hurts. I need more coffee.
The outcome may be better, but he should still be punished for his crime.
That is true, yet if his peers were to decide, especially those he saved, they may argue that though the action was wrong, it was necessary and just.
I'm not sure the law cares about the reasons.
But if we are to decide whether the law should act on a man, or if his crime should be pardoned, the worthiness of the action should be taken into account, should it not?
Are we done yet? I can't stay here all day.
Of course you can't. It's a luxury few can afford. Even those with the time for it often lack the mental capacity for such things.
Okay.
You have a good day, Socrates. I don't know whether that makes a difference or not. I'm not particularly sure I care at this point. But we'll see. Anyway, is there more Socrates quests? Not that I can see. So, alright, I think that I'm going to call it there. Thank you so much for joining for this chapter. I hope you enjoyed. I know I did, despite the headaches of Socrates and his philosophies and morality decisions. But anyway, I hope you'll come back for the next chapter. But most of all, as always, I hope you have a lovely, lovely day. Mwah!